you actually believe this could work? It sounds absurd.
I don't believe I know. The mercenary, he might not be the shining knight of Castle Starsound, but he's better than most of your men. I want him, and you will need to convince your successor of it.
Is that so? Very well, I will convince her. You will hear from me.
I hope so.
Prophetess, good to see you. How do you feel?
Like a newborn, except for a bloody headache and that pretty messed up journey into my own mind.
You've never been in any danger. If I had doubted your abilities, even to the slightest, I would have never spoken out for you. In any case, all that is left to do now is to recite the oath. Then we will finally deal with the more urgent matters.
What do I have to swear on? The dead gods? My loyalty towards the Order?
None of it. You'll see.
Fine. I'm ready when you are.
The ceremony needs a little preparation. 1 day at least. Come back then. Even if it hurts to lose more time, the cleansing approaches. I can feel it. Just this night I had another of the dreams.
A dream? What did you see?
People I knew, including you. But these people weren't themselves. There was something else, and it spoke through them. They mocked us and said our struggle against the cycle was pointless. It was peculiar. I believe that these beings are connected to the cycle. They must be the ones who cause it.
I had the same dream before I woke up in the curarium.
That is interesting. It must be related to our roles as emissaries. Maybe there is a connection between us.
Any idea who or what these beings are?
None. Maybe they are demons or magical entities of some kind, but they are different from everything I know. In any case, if they are indeed responsible for the cycle, they are our enemies. That's what matters for now. Come back tomorrow for the ceremony.
Could you tell me more about us emissaries? What defines us?
That depends on whom you ask. In some writings of the Pyreans, we are referred to as chosen ones, but this is wrong. A better word would be chess figures with their own will. Whatever force causes the cycle also gave us powers and a task, but fulfilling that task is our own responsibility.
And you have no idea as to why we were chosen?
No.
And what exactly are these tasks we have?
Well, that is something else we only know in broad strokes. It is my task to lead mankind in its battle against the cleansing, to rally our strengths, so to speak. Yours is to read the echo and help us gain the knowledge we need for victory. How exactly you're going to do that is something we still have to find out.
Apart from us, are there other emissaries?
I do not know, but there are hints. We will see.
The cycle. Do you have any idea how long it has been going on?
Good question. In their writing, the Pyreans say it has existed for aeons. Since this world exists, since the sea of eventualities exists, so too then does the cycle. It seems to be a part of existence, so to speak.
What, and no one has ever succeeded in breaking the pattern? That's discouraging.
The Pyreans didn't, and neither did the dozen civilizations that came before them. That is what we know. But as for what happened before that, our knowledge about the past is limited. All that matters for now is that the cycle threatens us, and that we have to stop it.
These visions I have, the echo of the future, how exactly does it work?
As I said before, my knowledge about that is limited. But if it helps you, imagine that it is a way of perceiving that which connects us all, our subconscious.
You mean the place your dreams come from? The collective subconscious of mankind?
Yes. You know, most people perceive themselves as an entity separate from the rest of the world. And while this is partially true, there is something that connects us. Dark corners of our mind. Bridges to which we in a conscious state do not have access to. But you do not need to be supernaturally gifted to feel that these bridges exist. I am sure you have experienced it yourself at one time or another. A moment where you knew exactly what another person thought or would do next. People with close blood ties can especially feel that connection. Children and their mothers, siblings, and especially twins.
So you are saying that all humans are connected?
Correct. And while most people hardly feel this connection at all, as if looking through a tinted window, to you it is wide open during your visions.
If that's the case, how do you explain that I can see memories of the Parians too? They have been dead for millennia.
Their bodies might be, but the traces they left behind still remain. Everything that was, everything that is, and everything that will be, it already exists in the sea of eventualities. This is the basic principle of magic. And time is not a straight line. Only the barriers of our mind make us perceive it as such. Visions, premonitions, dreams that become reality. These are all leftovers of waves from other eventualities that spill over into our reality. There have always been people able to read them, but none so good at it as you are, thanks to the Echo. Walk blessed, prophetess.
I am Taurius Flameling, apothecarius by my path. My companion and I work together with the Arcanists here, and we investigate the Red Madness. How may I help you?
Do the name Finn and Carbos ring a bell?
Finn and Carbos, of course. Who doesn't know them? An odd duo and completely inseparable. Why do you ask?
I'm not sure how to say it, but they are dead.
What? How? How do you know that?
They helped me when I washed ashore at the Sun Coast, but our camp was attacked by bandits. We were outnumbered.
My Malphus, that's... One tragic event after another. Now listen. This question might seem peculiar, but is there any chance you found amulets on them?
Yes, I have them with me. I didn't want to leave them to raiders.
Yes, that's them. Thank you. We owe it to them. Here, you've earned this. I'll send a pigeon with the news to the League as soon as possible. Walk blessed.
Bloody weather.
Some shifts never end.
$50, $75, $100.
What exactly is this place, the Golden Sickle?
Oh, you're an outlander, aren't you? The Golden Sickle is the oldest merchants' guild here on Ark. We represent nearly half of this land's trading power, from dates to shadow steel. And of course, we advocate for path-abiding trade in the name of the Lord.
In the name of the Lord?
Yes. Contrary to some other so-called businessmen, we respect the holy verses when doing trade. We stand for hard
Yeah,
work,
as if.
path-abidingness, and love of our craft.
Oh, you don't sound quite convinced, to be honest.
Is that so? Oh, I wouldn't be here if that were the case, now would I?
I see, and how exactly does your guild work? What are your rules?
Well, that's simple. Whoever wants to be part of our guild has to work towards the benefits of all other Sickle merchants. He or she swears to respect our principles and pays a monthly token fee to the guild, depending on the volume of his sales. In return, that merchant benefits from our contacts and is eventually granted the Golden Sickle's badge, which marks him as a merchant of trust.
I'm looking for paid work. Do you have any?
There's always work. But if the Sickle were to trust every day laborer who came along, we would have already gone bankrupt before the first vassals had even set foot on this land. If you really mean it, then you will have to prove it. It's that simple.
How am I supposed to do that?
Well, just ask around and see if you can lend a hand. And now excuse me, I've got business to attend to.
Can I lend you a hand with anything?
Ah, you're a day labourer, aren't you? Poor you. I know how much convincing it takes for old Mendeles to give you a proper job. But it's your lucky day. I actually have something. Yesterday, I lost me necklace here, somewhere in the trading post. It's small and silver-coloured, and it's very important to me. I wanted to go looking myself, but I'm lucky if I find time to breathe with all that work we have to do. What do you say? Find that necklace for me, and I'll tell Mendeles what a great addition to the Sickle you'd be.
Somewhere in the trading post is a little wig. Do you remember where you last saw it?
Darling, if I did, I wouldn't need your help finding it, would I?
Point taken. All right. Put in a good word for me when Penny Pouches asks you, and I'll find your necklace.
That's a deal. Good luck.
Now, a good pipe of peace, we.
Yeah, as if.
So expensive.
How difficult can it be to find a necklace?
If only that man knew a thing or two about reliability.
Ah, there it is. Strange storage place. Is this your necklace?
Show me. Well, I'll be damned. You found it. Where was it?
Up in the beams, on a barrel.
Aha! However it got there. Anyway, thanks a bunch. Mendeles will only hear the best from me.
Mendeles Penny Pouches said I should ask if I could help out in the trading post. Can I lend you a hand?
Yes, you can. Take these papers here to the farmer. Eljas Goodwill. That saves me the cost of a courier.
I see. Where can I find this goodwill?
He works at Borik's farm on the farmer's coast. Fair skin and orange hair. You can't miss him. Good luck.
Borik's farm at the farmer's coast. Fair skin and orange hair. Got it. You're Elias Goodwill? I have some papers for you, from the Golden Sickle.
Ah, excellent. Many thanks, madame.
Elias Goodwill got your papers. Do I have your recommendation?
Yes, you do. Thanks for helping.
Reina, Shalom, stranger.
I'm looking to start working for the Sickle. Anything I could help you with?
Oh, you want to impress good old Penny Pouches, don't you? Hey, there is something you can do for me. Just in front of the trading post, there's an old beggar. He stinks like a bloody vater, and keeps on asking every passerby for money. So he'll be hard to miss. Get rid of him, and I'll tell our quartermaster what a good fit for Sickle you are.
And how exactly am I supposed to get rid of him?
I don't know, best give him a good beating or something like that. You look as if you could do that.
Sorry, you want me to beat up a beggar? Forget it.
Glad to hear that. You have my recommendation, fair lady.
Sorry?
That was a test, and you passed it. Decency's a rare sight these days, and you just proved you have it. Now let me get back to work.
I lent a hand where I could. Do I have enough recommendations now?
Let's see. Doria said you're honest and not afraid to get your hands dirty. Yeah, that means something. Well, Gunham said you're all right. I suppose that's as much of a compliment as you can get from him. Old Rogash said you're a path-abiding soul, and he's one of the eldest workers here, so congratulations. That's an impressive result. You seem to be reliable, and we always have use for reliable people. But still, we can use you. You can start as soon as you want to.
So, am I now a member of the Golden Sickle?
Why, of course. Tomorrow you can move into the guild's house, and Mal DeLorean will come to wash your feet. I like you, you know that? You're still so green and honest. That's a rare sight in this trade.
So I have to be a merchant to become a real member of the guild.
If you're after the badge, yes. But you don't seem like the merchant type to me. Well, that's not a problem, however. With the right attitude, maybe you could reach the rank of vassal, or even protector. But that's a long way up.
What is it what a vassal does exactly? Or a protector?
Guard the holy dealings of the Sickle, of course. But only a fool would send a caravan through the Powder Desert without a proper escort. And reliable mercenaries are as rare as a talking Leorin. But that's what vassals and protectors are for. But let's not get carried away, shall we? If you're really planning to get hired as a vassal, you'll need to do more than run a few errands.
I'm ready for work. What can I do for you?
Well, aren't you eager? But it's your lucky day. There is something. But be warned, you'll have to earn your money this time.
What do you need?
Well, that'll need a bit of explaining first. As you may already know, a good merchant doesn't depend only on himself, but also on his suppliers. With the best skinners, nothing without fur. The best bakers, nothing without flour. And that is the problem. Helga Hafner is a farmer who's been producing grain for the Sickle for 10 years now. Since 2 moons ago, however, his fields lie fallow.
And you want me to find the reason for this, right?
Right. But I need someone who can do it discreetly, which makes you the perfect fit for this task. Hafner doesn't know you, and he must not find out that we sent you.
What? Why?
Because we suspect that his fields will stay barren permanently, whatever's causing it. He denies it, but we have to know. And that is your job. Handle it properly, and it won't be to your disadvantage.
So what if Hafner's fields stay barren? What will you do?
Kill the contract, of course. A farmer who doesn't deliver is of no worth to us.
Makes sense.
It does, unfortunately.
I'll find out what's causing this barrenness.
That's what I wanted to hear. Do you have a map? Now here, that's where you'll find his farm. And again, stay low.
The smell. What is that?
What? Who are you? You shouldn't be here. This is my property.
I'm just passing by. Do you happen to know where, Boric? Yes, Boric's farm is?
Boric's farm? Just go south from here. It's not far. I have to go. Walk blessed.
Well, that went better than expected. Let's see if I can trick the lock. Oh, that stinks. Oh, it's nearly unbearable in here. No wonder they feel comfortable here. They can't smell anything.
Same ship, different day.
Okay, he can't smell.
Wait. Someone's there.
Or could smell. More. Oh, that seems to be the mother fungus.
It's pointless. Even if you kill the mother shroom, the spores will stay in Hafner's soil. For the next 10 years, at least. Hopefully longer.
And you are?
Vanir. Vanir Harius. But that doesn't matter anymore. No one will remember me a few moons from now.
So, I take it you caused this. You planted these mushrooms?
Aye. Well spotted. So, go ahead. Take me in, beat me up, whatever. Hope you feel good about it.
Isn't it usually the part where you hold a speech in which you try to convince me of your innocence?
Why would I? Let this fucking son of a Vanir starve to death. And his children, too. That's the good thing about the Golden Sickle, you know. As path-abiding and pious as they pretend to be, in the end they only care about the coin.
Explain yourself.
To what end? I bet you've got it all figured out by now, haven't you? The evil Eterna ruined the pious farmer. What did he tell you, huh? Malphas punishes me for me sins? That stunt has always worked well for him, even back then.
Back then? So I'm guessing you know Hafner well.
Hafner. He pretends to be a stupid farmer, but he isn't. Not at all. Yes, I know him. We both grew up at the Farmer's Coast, and it's where we'll die. A little earlier than I thought, but still.
In other words, you're... what, childhood friends? What did he do? Backstab you?
That's a nice word for it. I take it you know everything has gone to shit around here over the past 2 years, with all these brigands, the animals, and the living dead. Well, guess what? It's us farmers who feel it the most. And even worse, with every caravan that gets robbed, the craftsmen inside the city put less trust in us small men and prefer to buy from Borek with his well-armed, escorted caravans instead.
And what does that have to do with Hafner?
I'm getting there. You see, Borek undoubtedly saw the situation we were in, and in its infinite benevolence, offered us a deal. The 2 most productive farmers can transport their goods through his caravan for a small fee. Elegonus Brewstrong was one of them, and the other one was, or should have been, me.
But Hafner wanted your place.
Aye, he did. And I would have never let him down, for fuck's sakes. I would have shared me place in the caravan with him like friends do. Aye, we would have made no fortune that way, but still. It would have been enough for us and our families to survive on. But no, 50-50 wasn't enough for that scum. So what does that son of a Vanir do? He poisons me cattle. That fucking bastard poisons me cattle.
Okay, so someone killed your cows. What makes you so sure it was Hafner?
That miserable pissbag didn't even bother to deny it. Sorry, Vanir, that's just how the world works. But of course, that's only what he said to me. To everyone else, he was so sorry for what had happened to me.
So your friend Hafner ruined you just to get your place on Borek's caravan? That's drastic.
Drastic. Aye, that's one way to put it. For 6 months now, we haven't sold anything. But you know, that isn't even the worst part. The worst part is to go begging with me children and me woman knowing it, while Hafner lives on like just before.
Why didn't you tell the gods about that?
The god responsible for the Farmer's Coast is made up of a half a dozen simpletons, all of whom Hafner knows far too well for them to believe me. It would have been pointless.
Oh, okay, and that's why you planted the mushrooms here and blighted Hafner's field. You wanted revenge, right?
Aye. It took me a long time to do this, and it has cost me. But still, it was worth it. Just to see that fucking smile wiped off his face.
Well, what has it cost you?
The spores. I'm no arcanist, but they've taken their toll on me too. My sight has gotten worse, and I've had these headaches for weeks now. But still, that's a small price to pay for justice.
And why exactly should I believe you? This could be some made-up story for you to trigger your way out of this.
If you're really stupid enough to believe that, go ahead. I don't give a shit.
If what you just said is true, that changes a lot. Hafner should face justice for what he's done.
You're full of surprises, I'll give you that. But just how are you planning on doing that? Hafner is so good at lying he could put a Chilean to shame. And I have no proof for what he's done to me cows. He, on the other hand...
Okay, let's go out of here. I go get penny pouches and a guard and explain what happened.
Good luck with that. But... Alright, I'll come with you. If not for you, then for me children. Back there's a trap door. It will lead us outside. Go if you're ready. I'll follow.
Oh, with pleasure. You don't have to say that twice.